Your bloated belly feels like an overinflated balloon that's ready to pop. Uncomfortable barely begins to describe your unfolding abdominal crisis. There has to be a way to find relief, right? The answer is yes, and the solution might be sitting in your pantry or refrigerator. Certain foods can help reduce bloating by addressing digestive issues behind the unpleasant situation. What's fueling all of this bloating exactly? Most likely, it's linked to internal gas that's building up in your inner due to constipation. Everything is at a standstill. Moving things along can be accompanied by adjusting what you eat and drink. The two big keys: make sure your plate includes fiber-rich foods and that you're consuming enough water. And why fiber exactly? The questions pops into, why do I have to take fiber? Now, fiber helps food pass through your digestive tract at the proper pace. That's critical. If the process is slow, your poop hardens and you get constipated. If it's too fast, the result is severe. Two types of fiber work to keep things on schedule. That's the soluble fiber, which forms a gummy gel in your digestive tract, which slows down food movement through your system. This helps add bulk to poop to make it a little more solid. Insoluble fiber, meanwhile, holds on to water to make stool softer and easier to pass. How does hydration help? Fluid works hand in hand with fiber to keep your digestive system running right. Keeping your body hydrated provides the water that softens stool. If your poop is dry and hard, it's a lot tougher to push out. So it's all about having to understand the reason why sometimes you get bloated so easily. Sometimes it's like you don't even eat anything and there's bloating. When you eat, there's bloating, and that's a lot of discomfort. So today we're going to be looking at some of those things that can help you ease this moment, because at some point, maybe when people have bloating, you want to now go in with medication and all of that, but then forgetting, not having the knowledge of understanding that we have all those simple ingredients within the comfort of our space, that we can easily use it to just get that relief that is needed. Because when you have so much air in your tummy, it's either it results to so much of discomfort, especially when you find yourself where a lot of people are. That is where the trouble starts. It's another fresh episode here on Lunch Global, and I am Chong Anamel Joseph. Before we go into details on what we have in store for you today, let's just take a quick break and we will be back shortly. Welcome back from the short break, and welcome to today's episode here on Lunch Global. If you're just catching up with us today is one of those interesting episodes because it affects this whole thing that we're going to be talking about today. It's a daily routine for us all, and sometimes we find it so much it's just so much challenging and frustrating that we don't even get to even understand how we're going to come up with a solution. So, what food can help fight bloating? An abundance of food can keep your gut healthy and digestion running efficiently. Each brings something different to the process, providing essential nutrients to maintain what can be a finicky system. We're going to be sharing a lot of these recipes for you, and then items you can use to help yourself, either for breakfast, either for lunch, either for dinner. And at the same time, when you find yourself in such level or in that particular condition, those moments, you can easily find yourself a remedy to that, aside having to take the normal medication that we usually get in the pharmacy. you don't have to go outside the comfort of your home. And don't forget, water will help you a lot. So when you eat so much of dry food and then you forget to take a lot of water in a day, it brings so much of discomfort. And sometimes you can eat, maybe for instance, you might eat beans or eggs. Those are things that can easily result to constipation. And then most of the time, it's even how you eat it. Sometimes when you are rushing, you are eating in a rush, it results to that. When you are eating slowly, it results to that. So you need to know the pace at which you are supposed to have your meal. So starting today, we'll be looking at oatmeal. Now, there's a lot of things we use oatmeal to do. We use them for snacks. We use them for our normal oatmeal pudding in the mornings or in the night. For people who love oats a lot, there is so much that oats can do to you. Now, aside you getting that satisfaction and enjoying your moment, and we know that it's so healthy. It is packed with so much of nutrients. Even people who are diabetic, this is one meal that it's a go-to for them at every time, because the vitamins and then the nutrients that are in it are so essential and good for our body. This breakfast mainstay nearly matches quinoa, which when it comes to constipation fighting fiber. Starting your morning with oatmeal may help you poop early in the day too, flushing out waste hanging around from the previous day. And we have to always learn to, this is a bitter truth, but then that is one thing that, I when I hear people say, no, I've not used the restroom, let me not just be so, I've not used the restroom for like 2-3 days. That is a problem. It's a big problem that you really, really need to get the right medication. Some people will now use oranges or take warm water or hot water to help themselves, but at the same time, we have to learn to go in with the right breakfast every morning, because that is what sustains us. Throughout the night, you have this night fasting, because you're going to bed. Of course, you don't have to be eating while you're sleeping, except if you're in another kingdom that we all don't know. But then when you wake up in the morning, it's always good for you to have a nice breakfast that is so healthy. So in case you are having so much of discomfort, or for like 1 or 2 days that you've not really pooped, then you should be able to have this oatmeal in the mornings. And if you're not comfortable with using all the milk and all of that, just because of the way you feel and thinking it's going to even add more stress to you, you can as well just take it just the way it is, because we know exactly what we are looking for. And oatmeal goes with yogurt, it goes with so much, it goes with so much. You can use it to make a lot of things. So oatmeal is a go-to when you have those kind of moments and then this discomfort and you are looking for a solution. It's one thing I recommend for you today. You can use it at any given time, and trust me, it's going to work for you. Moving on is green tea. A lot of us have green teas in our house. You have your tea bags. If you're a tea lover, if you can't just go to the store and not see tea and see tea bags and not buy. Now, don't skip buying green tea. I know that some people will be like, oh, what do I even need this? This is just water I'm taking. No, it is not. If it's just water, then why not just make it in a water form and in a water bottle so you can just enjoy it like that? But it is not. So make sure that when you're buying your tea bags, do not skip to buy green tea, because at any given time, those moments can come for you. Those constipation can just troop in and you wouldn't even know how to handle it. But when you have the tea bag, than just taking any tea at all or just taking warm water, you can just go in with your green tea. If you want to use sugar, fine. If you want to use honey, fine, but let it just be very, very minimal. Aside the boosting hydration level, green tea acts as a natural laxative to unclog your pipes. It offers a host of other health benefits too, prompting the Swiss Army knife of teas. Now, it's very, very important, because I think green tea is magic. Green tea is healthy, it's medicinal. So if you are scared, or maybe you're just a tea lover, just for you to have this relief when you find yourself in a situation where you're having so much air in your belly, it hurts so bad, and because it's so much discomfort, and before you know it, you start having a lot of stomach aches, and then it happens like down the abdominal abdominal side, as the lower part of your belly. So if at any given time you have those issues, you can as well go in with either the oatmeal or of course the green tea. Moving on is pineapple. Now, pineapple are very strong. They are one fruit that are very strong. They are just packed with natural enzymes, and then they are strong. Quite acidic, but then you have to be able to eat them in the right quantity. There's a natural enzymes in pineapple called bromelain that aids digestion. It does this by breaking down proteins in the food moving through your system, which is basically improves your ability to process it. Bromelain is so effective at softening up tough food. By the way, that is also used to meat tenderizer. So papayas offer similar anti-bloating benefits with another enzymes, peptine. So at the same time, you can either go in with the papaya or you can go in with pineapple. But pineapple is just easy. You can just see it anywhere. You can just see it maybe on your street, someone selling it. You can, some people buy it and then store it in their homes, and some people buy it because they are fruit lovers. They buy it to make fruit salad, while others do not even like it, and there are some people that react to it. That's why there are so many options. You don't have to just depend on just one. We have a lot of them. So if this doesn't work for you, if the pineapple doesn't work for you, you can go in with green tea. You can even go in with papaya because they like perform the same miracle. But then the fact that pineapple is mostly common, you can see that one anywhere at all. You can see that, so you can as well go in with the pineapple. But if you are having allergy or you react to it so badly, then you can go in with papaya instead. That's if you want to go in with fruit. Up next is watermelon. You know, all the time I say this is like my favorite. Like I wouldn't want to just miss a day without taking watermelon. When I feel down, sometimes when I'm just feeling too weak, too sick, that's just what I just want to eat, is just watermelon. Because being hydrated, getting yourself very hydrated at all times is very, very important. Let's start with a basic fact now. Watermelon is more than 90% water. Not just 90%, I mean more than. So it can be 98, it can be 97, it's not just 100% because it's not pure, it's not just water. It's fruit, but it's not more than 90% water, which means soaking down a slice can help keep you properly hydrated to beat the bloat. Once to get creative with watermelon, then you have to decide whether you want to make it a fruit salad, you want to make it as a juice, you want to make it as a smoothie. They all work together. So if pineapple doesn't work for you, then you can as well go in with watermelon. But then watermelon can be stressful to eat sometimes because of the seeds. But I take my watermelon with the seeds because I believe the seeds too are good, and it doesn't even harm. It's just okay and all of that. So watermelon is perfect for you. Easy. Kids love watermelon, and of course adults do as well. Moving on is celery. Now celery, we use celery to make food, we use celery to make salad, we use celery to do a whole lot of things. Think watermelon is loaded with water. Well, it's nothing compared to celery. These green stalk are about 95% water. Now if you're looking at watermelon, then at this point I don't even know, celery and watermelon is like they're in a competition right now. But then celery are also good. You can decide to make it, just slice it and chew it like that. Well, for vegetables they are not, it's not bitter, it's just like it almost doesn't have a taste. It's like it have this nice aroma, will I call it aroma or fragrance, I don't know, but then it's nice. So it's not bitter, so you can chew it if you feel this stalk and feeling bad, or you can make it maybe in a little way, maybe, I don't know, but depends on how you want to make it. I won't tell you to just make salad on it, but then you can just make your celery, you can add up with tomatoes and just something little to just have that ease for the moment, because celery offers a healthy close dose of fiber too, making it a win-win. As an added bonus, celery is also loaded with a sugar alcohol known as mannitol that softens stool and provides a laxative effect. Oral mannitol is often used to cleanse bowel before colonoscopy. So at the end of the day, this is very, very important. But then there are lots of people who don't like vegetables. And I'm wondering, why wouldn't you like vegetables? Vegetables help a lot in general. It helps a lot to help you with your constipation or bloating, like mint leaf and cucumbers put together. Sometimes some people just make it like a detox, detox water. Your cucumber, your mint leaf, some people add a little bit of orange or lime on it to just give you this maybe a little bit of mint, orange or citrus taste and all of that. So you can put all of this together, your cucumbers, your mint leaf or your celery, and then maybe a little bit of lime or oranges. It depends on which works for you. And trust me, it's going to do magic, because you're going to get a super fast relief. And I mean it. I'm not just saying it, like tasted and trusted. Now it's cucumbers. Now I was talking about cucumber earlier. Before coming to this, you can just be very, very stylish and creative. Now cucumbers too have lots content of water, and the real food heavyweight when it comes to water content, that will be cucumbers, which are a whopping 96% water, that will help wash away digestive issues created by dehydration. And that's why some people chew it. Cucumbers are nice. We use it in our salad, we use it with water, we just eat it just the way it is. And then there's a lot of things you can do with it. It will also help you when you find yourself in such condition. Next is ginger, which is super popular because a lot of people, when they have this kind of discomfort, they just have a little bite of the ginger and then it works magic. There's a reason why people have been reaching for ginger to resolve gastric distress for centuries. It works. The spice relaxes your intestine while also breaking down proteins with an enzyme called zingibin. So this ginger, it's super popular. It's what most people know, and it works miracle for a lot of them. But the big thing is the fact that some people really react to things differently. Like personally, I react to ginger. I can't just chew ginger just the way it is like that. I will definitely react to it. But then I can go in with cucumbers, I can go in with mint leaf, I can go in with celery. All of those will work for me magic. They work perfect miracle for me. But for ginger, I think ginger is very fast. It's a very, very fast relief if you are having those kind of moments. And then moving on is apples. Yes, we enjoy apples as our fruit, and then apple is just this nice fruit that we have that everybody loves and we all want to enjoy it at all times. But then apples also help you when you are feeling constipated, when you are feeling discomfort, when that your belly is packed with just so much air. Trust me, you can just take one apple. An apple a day can keep a doctor awake, that's saying. And then trust me, it is, and it can take constipation away in just 2 minutes. The fruit includes pectin, a gel-forming fiber that helps your digestive system maintain its groove. So because there is pectin in it, and then remember at the beginning I was talking about having to make sure that every day of your life you have fiber. That's why it's important for your food to be balanced. Another reason why constipation easily happens is because we don't even watch what we eat. We don't even eat our food well balanced, and sometimes you're already having discomfort about something that you ate, but because you still want to eat more and more and more and more and more, you will still go and eat, and before you know it, it's causing lots of problems. And you can also go in with berries, because it can be blueberries, it can be blackberries, it can be raspberries or strawberries. They all offer high level of fiber. Each is relatively high in water content too, which should help with hydration. So the idea is for you to make sure that whatever it is that you're eating, there's water content, and you have to learn to drink lots of water every day. I know there are people who don't drink water, and sometimes you can get carried away and just have a sip and before you know it, it's really affecting you. It causes so much dehydration, and dehydration can affect your skin. It's not only you feeling discomfort maybe in the inside, it affects the outside layer of your skin and it damages it, because water, even plant needs water to grow, and trust me, human beings need water to survive. So without water, it is almost impossible for you to survive, because you can't. It's let me not say it's almost impossible. It's impossible. Without water, plants can't grow. Without water, nothing will even function at all. And at the same time, you can also use fermented food. So interested in probiotic to help with bloating, but not a fan of yogurt, then you shouldn't just worry. There are other options, including fermented foods such as kefir, kimchi, kombucha, and then most of them, they are almost yogurt, but not like almost yogurt, but then they are not yogurt if you are someone who don't like yogurt. And with all these things mentioned, like the fruit, the watermelon, the pineapples, the berries, you can as well make a parfait with your oatmeal, and you can make a parfait, and all these things can be in the same dish, in the same cup, in the same bowl. Remember, they all work magic. But then if there's this thing that maybe yogurt doesn't make you comfortable, you don't like the idea of taking yogurt, maybe it makes you puke or anything, then you can go in with a single solution, either the green tea, the oatmeal, the pineapple, the ginger, the celery, or any of the above mentioned today, just to give you this relief that you need. And another tip to avoid bloating: eating the right food is important to prevent bloating, but it's also important to eat slowly. Gambling down your meal can send a lot of air into your stomach, which can lead to that balloon feeling. Guzzling carbonated drink can have the same effect as well of those bubbles hitting your belly. So on the final thoughts, easing or eliminating that bloating feeling often comes down to one thing: pooing regularly. It's no joke. You always feel better after you poo. But then bloating will also stop you from even having those moments. Bloating can stop you from going to the toilet. It's like even when you find yourself in the toilet, it's almost impossible for you to just relieve yourself. But then going in with the right thing, you can take warm water. You should make sure that when you are bloated, by all means avoid cold water, because it will worsen the situation. But when you take warm water, it like makes the stomach rumble in a way and manner, and then it gives you so much relief. And make sure when you're eating, you do not open your mouth wide open, because the more air goes into your belly, then the more you feel the way you are feeling, or the more it occurs often time and time again. That's why it's also important for you to always make sure you go in with the right etiquette when it comes to you and your meal. So we're going to be putting a stop today, and I'm very sure this is going to help you a lot, because I know a couple of times I've had friends who had called me to ask me what they can take when they are having this bloating, and then this particular recipes really worked magic to them, and tested and trusted from me to you. It has worked for me, and trust me, it's going to help you a lot if this sticks to your head. In case you want to ask any question or you want to know more about this, you can send us message on all our social media platforms, and we will be excited to share all the necessary information you need today. Thank you for catching up with me today on Lunch Global. I am still Chung and Amel Joseph. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.